Yo, what's up everyone? This is gonna be a quicker VoD review. I actually had to go in 50 minutes out to eat, so I just want to get this done. Not necessarily real quick, but it's also good to be more efficient with things. So look, yesterday I got put. I actually got mid, but I let the person mid, and I did really well, but they didn't. Anyways, I think it was fine to let them mid. I played pretty well. I'm happy. And then I played another game, and then I popped off. I think I played really well that Oriana game. I think both of these games yesterday I played fairly well. Like I made good decisions. My mechanics weren't the best on both of them, but my decision making was like very very solid. Um, and then I actually had a dodge game too. I got put support, and then like someone on my team was like on a 10 game losing streak and picked Wukong. So you know there was that. But like if I got support, then literally it would have been like jungle, mid, top, support, or like it would have been, I guess, support and then ADC. I would have played all five roles in like in five in a row. It'd been nuts. Okay, anyways, we're gonna move on. We're gonna do. Oh fuck, I forgot to. Well, I'll just choose a random. Okay, I didn't pull up the random number turner, but we're gonna do the screenshot thing. This is the Rogue vs Misfits game. I literally don't know anything about Rogue or Misfits, even if they're good or not, but um, I'm gonna do what I did yesterday, where I analyze like a snapshot of the game and try to like create something within like 30 seconds. And then after we do both of these games, then I'm gonna go to a Akali VoD for MagiFelix, even though Akali is getting kneecapped next week. All right, we'll do here, right there. All right, so let's see what we have. Team comps, it looks like Rogue is ahead by 3k. They got double Ocean. Looks like they've been getting the last two Ocean Drakes because there's the Ocean Rift. Looks like they have Kiana. Ocean Rift is super good for Kiana. And then they have Gragas, Irelia, okay. And then the LeBlanc's not doing that great. They picked it to counter the Kiana. Jarvan's farming well. And then let's look at the map state. It's like, this is a hard one because there's no objectives up. Is Baron up? I can't tell. There's like wards on top of it. Oh yeah, it looks like it's alive. Alright, so I'll say my predictions. So currently, right now, I expect there to be not very much action unless someone makes like a huge mistake. I just sort of expect blue team to, get pressure in all their lanes. She might take a Gromp and then move up top lane, catch top wave, and then he would just sort of hover around mid and get the scuttle crab. I think ideally, I actually think his Krugs are up too, so maybe he'll go for his Krugs, let Kiana have the Gromp and then the top wave. Um, I think blue team's in a very, very, very good position right now because Kiana's really good around Dragon and Baron fights. I don't think they should really play for this Baron. They have a Aphelios Kiana, but like, what? It literally shows him as a random wins. It doesn't show the champ. It says random wins. What the hell? How does that even happen? Okay, anyways, like red team has just this vision around this area that I don't know, like unless you have pressure top first, you can't clear this out. So maybe what they do is they you know Gragas can go get his Krugs, Irelia can go get the Scuttle. Gragas moves up here. They push out the mid wave. They push out the top wave with Gragas's help. Obviously, just hovering by, and then they can go in to clear out the vision for Baron. But it's not super imperative because we're gonna be playing
They
for
should
Dragon.
have won, and like you only compare it to the first.
So let's see what happens. So we're clearing out the vision now. It is a little bit risky because LeBlanc has a roam timer right now, so now they have to be wary of LeBlanc. All right, I think this ward isn't like super good because they could just clear it right now. He could have cleared it just right now, and I think he's going to. So you have to wait for your Kiana to get pressure. She did the Gromp. I really did the Scuttle. He actually didn't do the Krugs, which could be a mistake, but he also wanted to get here fast to support his team. Okay, now that they have more pressure top, they're going for the vision clear here. I think it's a little bit too aggressive because Kiana's not pushed yet. Kiana is a fast champion. Okay, this looks like a pretty interplay by the Aurelia. Um, like I guess the LeBlanc ran all the way from here, so I guess when she's not showing top wave, you have to sort of respect that. But that is a pretty good roam by the LeBlanc, whoever that is, Febiven. Um, but yeah. Oh wait, they're using Epic Pen too. Oh, I don't have that tool. I think that's a paid feature. Um, so I got the general idea right. That the play was for Kiana to go top, and then they were gonna clear out the red side vision. I don't actually think it's imperative that they do that though, because they're just gonna be playing for the dragon. So um, I think just like the most important thing is like they got the money from the wards, honestly, because they're not gonna be playing around that area, and so it's actually debatable whether they should do that or maybe just like keep pressuring bottom and get wards bottom, then reset, then look to play around dragon again. But yeah, because if you look at the red team's team composition, they have Senna and LeBlanc, and that's like the common team comp we saw in the LCS, and they do no damage to Baron. Um, so I think it would have been a pretty good idea to just transition all of their vision over into this area, play towards the bot side, and then have Braum and Gragas like reset, and then go back and then contest this vision for Baron. Already have vision already pre-set up. Okay, so that's that one. We'll do one more. Then we'll get to the VoD. Here. Alright, let's look. Vitality, it looks like an even game, but it looks like someone's dead. They just made a play. Um, maybe top lane? No, not top lane. Somewhere. And Rumble died. It looks like Jarvan's on the flank right here. So is Zoe. This looks like a pretty good angle to get in. Looks like they both have flashes, so they're probably fine. Um, you could wonder if Rakan can R forward and then just flash W, like after you wait like a second, and then follow up with the Jarvan after their flashes. I think that could be a play. I think that they actually could go for it right here. But they are being flanked on the other side. But we have Mordekaiser ult on the way. Anyways, so let's get to the analysis. Hmm. It's also another tricky situation because there's no objectives to play for. Um, so you have to wonder if they're going to be able to get this tower. I think if they go right now, or maybe even if they had gone a little bit sooner, I don't know how this got set up. They can actually probably kill these two. At least the Varus, maybe not the Braum. Um, but Braum has no W to a creep because the creep's right here. If Rakan starts his R, gets the movement speed, then flash W's both of these. If they had to flash it, then Jarvan can just R on top. Oh, Jarvan have R. Okay. Well, maybe this play is completely bad then. But you just sort of I think what they're probably gonna do is they're gonna push this next wave and then sort of just play towards the bottom side and control bottom half of vision, and they'll leave Mordekaiser off on an island alone. Mordekaiser needs to be careful. If he walks too far, he'll die to the Cassiopeia and Rek'Sai. And then if once they determine that they can't really do anything, Cassiopeia should just run around, catch top, maybe get the Gromp, and then or maybe Rek'Sai can get the Gromp. Because I don't think you could fight this because it's a 4v5. But Mordekaiser does have no TP.
Just a lot of confusion. Uh-oh.
Not done yet.
No,
Humanoid
looks
gets
like
the
a bubble
sleeping
hit
trouble
though.
bubble knocked into the air.
No?
Bullet time comes
Wait, we
out.
flashed
Will
the
survive
wrong
a few
way.
seconds longer. 200
Yeah, he died
HP.
anyways.
One more. Double
So
up.
so I identified correctly, like they could go in on there, but then I determined after like didn't have Cataclysm that you know it would be super hard. But Zoe ends up hitting a really nice bubble. But I think Varus should always just flash this way to his Braum. I don't understand why he flashed this way. Because if you flash this way, you give Zoe the opportunity to pick up your flash like over here. Whereas if you flash this way, like Zoe has to tank tower shots, and you can just R her. Maybe he didn't have R, but also at the same time, your Braum has a shield. Like why are we picking this champion if we're not going to use this shield? So I think even he could have lived there, but just had to use flash. Um, but then you had to wonder like if they're gonna do anything
That
with
takes the
Rumble
kill.
TP.
Jack Troll
So
cannot
we,
save his ADC.
we see Cassiopeia. She went
1v1
caught
lane.
top,
Maybe
but
there's some respect.
Go, fight! Petrifying Gaze is available for Saken. He's trying to put the
wins
down.
this,
Turn
the
around!
Rek'Sai,
Oh,
the
Romay,
flash.
that was hot! Saken flashes over the bash. Oh, Romay goes down. Skeens comes in.
So this is why I was saying before that Mordekaiser had to play safe. Obviously, he didn't know exactly where Rek'Sai was, but he obviously wasn't playing safe and letting Cassiopeia just catch this wave. I thought she was going to go all the way around to catch it, but yeah, turns out she did. Alright, let's go to the VoD review. So MagiFelix, a rank 1 EU player right now. Um, playing Akali. I think that's one of his better champions, and she's a broken champion. Until next week, when they just completely remove her from the game. So it looks like he's hovering around the red because they think that there's an Olaf invade. that might happen. I think that's pretty smart. I did this one on Akali, I think the other, like last week or something, and I actually got a kill from it, so. I think we had it warded though, but he was just saving his ward. We see Olaf on the Raptors, so he's doing red to Raptors. Alright. Then from here we need to watch Olaf and see where he paths to, because if he passes to Krugs, then we obviously know he's going to go for a bot gank. But it looks like he was pathing towards his blue side jungle, so he's just skipping the Krugs. I like what he's doing with the wave. He's just last hitting, trying to not hit as many creeps as possible. You can, oh, he takes E here. I know taking E on Akali can be sometimes good if you can land the E, but I think against Katarina, if you land the E, it's really easy for her to like find an E to like E back into tower or something. I think W might be better here. So that's just a small note. But like against champions like I'm trying to think of a champion like against Orianna. It's like sometimes like if the Orianna's pushing, I think it's like sometimes okay to take you're standing here, Orianna's here. Like it's sometimes okay to take E and you can E into her, then just Q and then run away or something. Like maybe walk back in once you get your passive again. Like I think that's somewhat okay, but I think in this situation it's not as good. Second wave comes, or third wave, second wave's already come, and then you know, he's in a pretty weird spot right now. He needs to get a ward soon. Looks like Set's also going for a ward. They know he's on the blue right now. But you know, if he had just done like wolves to gank mid, this could be a scary position considering he has no shroud. I think he should be playing on this side of the lane, so we'll see if he moves there right now. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So yeah, so he's sort of just staying in the middle right now, but I'm not a big fan of him not playing to the right hand side because we know Olaf. We know, okay, well now we know exactly where Olaf is, so we don't need to be worried at all.
Too fast, too good.
Okay, and Olaf's swited. Olaf's going to his Gromp, clearing the ward. Right here we can land a Q. I like that. We have Conquer, I just noticed. That's good into this matchup, I think. Conquer's pretty good into melees. But if you're into range, I think Fleet is honestly just better. Or even Electrocute. Enough for a Q. Okay. So we're sort of hard shoving here, denying our farm. Nice, nice. I don't know why he didn't Q there. Yeah, he definitely should have. Let's go back a little bit. So his E just comes up. Katarina's not expecting his E to be up. He lands it, and then he can E, and then he could definitely just Q here. I think he just didn't think he had enough energy. He just got a lot from his E, like his passive proc. So I don't know if he realized it. We can look at Olaf top right now. Okay, looks like a fight's going on. I think it's good if he can stay here, but you know, yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. Wow, that was a weird shroud. She can actually maybe go in on the stagger if she wants to. Because it would have been like a so like the thing is like obviously she would have lost more HP than she would have gained. But let's look at this. So right now Katarina knows Jarvan is top. Like wait, right. Oh, she just used her E. That's why she didn't go in. But for instance, like so Katarina doesn't have E for another like 12 seconds. But let's say Katarina did have E. I think it's actually good here if she E's and then W's, or like E's and then W's, or she could W. E, like W on top of herself, E to here, then E back, or like auto these creeps a few times and E back. I think that might have been a good play. I don't think she dies in this situation. She needs to get the wave in and just get a recall off because I think it would be a really good recall timing. But regardless, she's gonna end up missing like a lot of these creeps, so ends up being bad for her. She actually gets that melee one, so not terrible. I think if that hits, he takes it.
I work alone.
We see Jarvan now.
For everyone.
I think that Q wasn't particularly compelling. Jarvan gonna swoop by and take our XP. Looks like jungle and AD flash. Olaf's level 3. Yeah, Olaf has to be transitioning to his right side jungle, probably to his Krugs. I think this is the time that you can start to get ready to ward his raptors when you get this new wave pushed in.
I'm not here to make friends.
I don't think that's a very good ward. Cause right here, like, for instance, okay, Olaf after the top fight, he's in base, okay, he paths back, his raptors are already dead, okay, his camps are coming up, and you could tell his camps are gonna come up because Jarvan's camps are coming up, okay, and so his only option right now is to go to Krugs unless he wants to cheese gank top after like doing no camps, okay, um, I don't think did he do wolves? I'm not sure if Olaf did wolves or not. I didn't actually look. But obviously checking the CS number is something that you could do. Um, but Jarvan already got both crabs, and I'm pretty sure Olaf knows that. So he has to go to his Krugs essentially. Okay, his red's already down. Then his raptors will be respawning. So getting a ward on his raptors will track him the entire time. And if he doesn't show on the raptors, then you know he's ganking bottom. So I think getting a ward on the right when you're playing like maybe like Orianna and you're in this position is pretty good because like you need to be safe. But Akali has so much movement speed that you can just shove this in and get a ward on the Raptors.
Oh, you're
See,
gonna
then
be
right now you just go you'd wrap around down here. He might even just check it with his body, and you could just check right here. But I think using the ward is better than checking with your body. But he'll just get the recall. But like it's a very like he could have got more info for his team.
if they're smart, they're safe.
Wow, that Q actually hit her. There's Janna. So we would have saw Janna with that word as well. Oh my god.
Just don't work.
Olaf's probably somewhere behind the Janna. Oh wow, he went for the enemy Krugs. Oh, okay. Damn. So I wonder what Olaf did. I wonder if he just ran from... Did he not have to leave? Did he not die in that top fight? Or no, he killed someone. Wait. I don't even know what happened. I guess he stayed around and went to his raptor in here. I thought he had a base after, so I guess that was wrong in my assumption. But I mean, Olaf, even if he's 1 HP, he can clear camps because it's passive, so I guess it makes sense. So I was completely wrong on that. That's fine. I mean, but just something I had to remember is Olaf doesn't need HP to clear camps. Nice. So something interesting about this matchup is, I mean, Akali does really well into melee characters. Everyone knows that, but they both build a Gunblade, which is like one of the only matchups that this happens. Gunblade first, at least. So if you can get the component lead, this matchup is like really one. Like it's really like snowballing in one way or the other. I'd say obviously Akali has the upper hand because she has such a strong early game, 29 to 55. It is most likely a Katarina one trick if they're playing Katarina. So like, he's done a really good job of denying her, and he's gonna end up getting his components faster than her. And I think that's a perfect buy right here. Definitely E, nice. I think if he like looks top here or looks bot here, I'd really like that a lot. I think this is pushing back. And I know Set's already died to Olaf once. You have to wonder if we need to help top, or if we should look bot with her ult. But we don't know what the waves are doing, so I think that's pretty bad. That W wasn't exactly worth it. We're gonna look to get our control ward. Nope, we're just checking for control wards. Okay, there's Tristana. Are they doing it or are they just killing a ward? Okay. Okay, we already got the dragon, so duh. Okay, looks like top is getting pushed, so you have to be scared for Set right now. So your two plays either trade for bottom or you go to try to help defend top and let him get the wave pushed in. Oh, well, she's dead. I think he played that wrong. I'll show you how I would have played it. I like the all in here. I like what he does. So he actually plays a mind game here where he Qs her,
Don't walk away.
and then he backs up like he's gonna auto this next creep. He actually puts his mouse over it and waits until she E's in. I think that was really good by him. All right, here I like that R. I actually would have probably hesitated a little bit more on that. But right here, what you can actually do is you E right here. You have to make sure you throw it this way. I mean, ideally you're in this position. It's kind of hard because you're like if you E right now to here, it'll actually hit this minion. It's really dumb in that way. But you can actually probably E to here and it'll still hit the shroud. You hit the shroud, you R. Um, once that's complete, your shroud, your R goes a lot further, and if she flashes, you use your R to flash follow, and then ignite, and then E back. But I mean, this play also can work. He just has to E. He just barely missed. But yeah, I think it's safer to go for the play where I'm talking about, where you E your shroud and then you R after you be like right here, and then you R in, and then let's say like you're right here. Let's say she flashes to here. You can, if you're like good at your reaction times or predictions, you could flash on top of her. But if not, you can Q back up, auto Q ignite, and then E back all the way to here. So I mean, it was a good try, but like when you make plays like that as Akali and it doesn't work, it's really bad early game because she's obviously gonna miss 10 of these creeps or something, probably if she goes B. Um, because if she stays here, she's gonna die. Um, okay, she'll just get the XP. Okay, well, surprised she didn't die there. I think he get a QW, eat backwards, Q'd her again, ignited, she dies. But that's okay. Rip. Looks like she's staying, so that we stay. Here we could get a ward on the Raptors if we want. He's just denying her 30 CS. Okay. There's actually a small trick you could do with Akali right here. If you just E, you can actually use your Q while you're Eing, like in the dash. And there's like this, I guess, riot-induced mechanic where they I'm gonna call it leniency. By the way, I don't know why I have Twitch chat open and I'm not full screening this. That was dumb of me. Anyways, it's like called like leniency. It's like while you're dashing as Akali, your passive gets like instead of say this is your circle passive like around her, if you're dashing you only have to get to like this area. It's really weird, but if you just EQ that right here, you hit her I think before she can react. That's just like a small thing. He actually was trying to do it. Actually, I take it back. He tried to do it. She just reacted fast enough.
I work alone.
So we have his jungler here. I don't think this ever like transpires to anything unless they go for the dive. Which, if they want to go for the dive, he should already be pushing by now. What? What? So that's just one of those things where the Katarina got fed up of losing CS and she just tried to all in for some reason. Yeah, you could WE backwards. Yeah, I think you could have done a little further. Perfect. Oh, if he gets stopped here, that's really bad. That sucks. So yeah, if he did it a little bit more backwards, like I was saying, he actually probably gets out there. Because I think he was in tower range whenever he was recalling. You know what's funny is that Olaf actually, okay here, I'll show you the frame. It's the screenshot analysis. Right here, wait. I think when Olaf misses his axe, he doesn't pick it up. It's probably like another like 3 seconds. I think that he can actually kill her here, but he obviously doesn't know the shroud cooldown. But I think there is a world where Olaf can literally just kill, or obviously just get the flash. There's a world where he can get the flash. Uh, but he would sacrifice all his health for it, so may not be completely worth it. But like, look how much damage that axe did. So I think he definitely doesn't die, but he might have to use flash.
Fast, clean.
Alright, this is Katarina's one roam timer. We should ping back off, or ping top off. This is so bad. I think you should honestly ping more.
The Fist of Shadow was my mom. I do things differently.
Okay. Well, it worked out. Katarina didn't get anything. I think it was he should have pinged his team back a little bit earlier. Turned out okay. I mean, Set wasn't even that close to dying. He had his W shield.
Well, you aren't much of a challenge.
Okay, he almost does enough for Gunblade. Whenever you're playing a Gunblade champion, it's like a huge spike. So going B right when you have enough money is usually a really good thing. Jesus, what a broken champion. So here you can hard shove. I think you can, move your camera top. You can see what Fiora is doing. Is she going to be after this? Probably. I think she was low from that last set trade. It looks like your bot lane's recalling. They could just die here. I know Olaf's also here, but like, even then. Even then, I wonder if he could have just killed him.
Magic's fine.
He didn't play this very well. So, what happens here? We obviously know Olaf was in the vicinity, otherwise that Janna was like completely trolling. Alright, if this was gold or something, then obviously you just go kill the Katarina or the Janna, okay? But Janna's not going to do that unless they also have backup. So you know Olaf's like in this area, around here. So what could you do with that information? Let's see. So we don't know that he's still in the bush. But I think since you have your Jarvan here, alright? It looks like Jarvan's maybe doing crab or he's sweeping or something. But I think you could play this. I think you would play this slightly more aggressive. You have to know that Katarina's gonna E onto you, and so you just have to go for the Janna, even though she's gonna R you away. I think that's what you have to do. Or even at this point, once you make this mistake, I don't think you need to be scared. You ping assistance. Help me. This is a flag. Help. And I think you can actually go in with this fight. Like you can like walk up to the wall. Right? I think he played this a little bit too scared. We see Tristana bottom. I think Fiora would be. It would have been good if we checked her HP. It would have been a 3v3, and I think that they would win the 3v3. Obviously, the safer play is to just fight once we get our Gunblade. But I think this was a fight that you actually could have just won. So. I think he just played a little bit too scared, in my opinion.
They can't stop me.
But she's dead regardless. We can Herald mid. Perfect. So he's getting really fed. This Katarina picked a terrible. Well, I mean, he probably picked into the Katarina, but. Oof. He's looking bot now.
Everyone's got a weakness. That's my top.
What is the Jarvan doing? Oh my god, they're not gonna get anyone.
You can never have
Can't Jarvan close his wall while he's dead? So right here he has a bit of indecision. Alright. So his conundrum is, do I sit here and auto attack, or do I move out of my circle to get the auto attack? And obviously one's better than the other for certain things. For instance, if you say you're playing Akali, if you don't use your passive, like you just spam Q on them, your your DPS is going to be lower over the course of like 5 seconds because you're losing out on the passive proc and then you're losing out on the energy gain that you actually get. So you'll probably end up missing out on another Q you could have got. Whereas if you just sit there, like say we're at a target dummy and you just spam Q on them 3 times, um, which he can almost do. I think he would have, but with a cooldown, he could spam it 3 times. I think this is actually a scenario where with Jarvan and Ignite, you could just literally, in your revolver coming up, you just sit there, you don't even run out of your circle. I think spamming Q is fine because I don't think you're gonna get a 4th Q, based on how much energy you have, and then, you know, I think that you kill him in time if we use all 3 of our Qs. So you Q once. At this point, you could have gone for the backup because it was you were right here, you Q, and then you can just back up to here, then walk in. So I think right there is a mistake. And then he has some indecision here, and he wastes his Q. And then also Jarvan's box or whatever. I think he could have closed it. But that sucks.
Wars are messy. My kills.
Nice, well played. I liked how he waited a while. Alright. Nice, very, very balanced champion. Looks like that guy's dead top unless he sets them. Oh my god. He might actually live too. His W's coming up. No. Wait, that was Senna. Oh, he lived for so long. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing?
Enemies.
We got our Gunblade, we got our Stork Boots, we're the strongest champion in the game. I don't think there's a champion stronger than Akali at 1 item and, like, at 1 item and boots. I don't, with ulti up, I don't think there's a stronger champion. Honestly. She could beat anyone in a 1v1. So it looks like we're going for the play top. We stepped over a ward, so they know we're there. We have to kill the ward now. Oh my god, what is he doing? He's dead. Okay. We see the ward, but we're just gonna go to push out mid wave. I think that's good. You should ping the ward for your team though. Looks like Jarvan will probably get it. Yeah, looks like that's what he's doing now.
Better bring it.
It's interesting E. I think you can ward over this. You can, I think a good ward right here would be right here. Sort of catches them. And then we're getting the scuttle grab at the time.
The words on their tombstones will be my new mantras.
Now I'd imagine he's gonna rotate top here. I think he's playing pretty weird. I don't. He was a little bit delayed on that. I don't understand why. Maybe he just wasn't looking. But he definitely should have been top a lot earlier. Maybe he'd probably be like right here by now, like right here. So, obviously they might have backed up faster. They have double knockbacks. Yeah. It's hard to do anything to Jan and Tristana. It's a pretty good comp actually against Akali.
Let 'em see. They can't stop me.
He dead. This looks like a pretty good fight for his team though. Oh, Tristana got the reset. Jesus. I don't think Senna wins this, so I don't know why the Katarina flashed away. The Katarina could have just killed her, I'm pretty sure. But now she has no health. Oh? Nope. Oh. Turn out not to be the worst. You got hit by, yeah. Your set's still dead for 8 seconds. Oh man.
Don't hold back.
An alternative play would have been to go top there, but you would have lost some creeps and let Jarvan get the bot CS. But I think a big part of it also is that Dragon's coming up, and now Set has no teleport, so
I'll notice the
yeah.
magic.
That's why maybe it should have been better for him to actually go top, because then Jarvan catches this, Set goes down by, and then we already have someone top faster. Maybe he has even time to push out that next wave. But that's just like a small, minute detail. We'd have to actually have Jarvan like go kill that creep and all that. But yeah. Ends up not mattering because the enemy team is just as slow to getting to the dragon. Looks like we're starting it. Fior's already around. Getting this mid push is good. I like how he didn't waste his last energy on that because he, might need to fight in a few seconds. He's still at half energy, so we have to keep that in mind. Looks like our Jarvan just died. Ah, that damage. Very balanced. Okay, we gotta run from here. He actually played that fight super well. I wanna watch that again from his perspective. And I actually need to go in like 10 minutes, so
There are over
I feel like I'm not cheating myself because I actually did another VoD review today, and I actually half of it I muted my mic to eat my food, and then I forgot to unmute it, so I was just sitting there talking. So so I was gonna upload like a half VoD review. So um, I don't feel like I'm cheating by only doing 40 minutes or whatever it's gonna be. So right here, I liked that he obviously conserved his energy before the fight. He knew it was coming. Because, for instance, if he used his last Q on that wave mid, obviously he would have hit the tower faster, but he would be sitting at this energy right now rather than what he's at. So it's a very small thing, but actually super important that he saved his energy. Because we could see if that last Q actually got him the kill on the Tristana. Alright. So here, I like how he engages the fight. I think he should use his health potions right now. I think he might wait to use them. He ends up not using them at all till maybe later. I like how he went back in for the Katarina. He has his flash cam if he had 10 seconds, but I think he was gonna go for the Janna, but she flashed away. Auto Q. Energy ends up not mattering, but there are situations where that extra Q could have mattered, but he's already at 170 still, so. And then, yeah, he correctly identified he should get out of there. He should have been using his potions a little bit earlier. He just now used his first one, now his second one, so. I'd say he actually played that fight really well. He just needs to use his potions. And I think he could have maybe been looking at what happened to Jarvan, because, like, did they use Fiora? Did they use, Katarina? Did they use Tristana? Like, all those things, like, I'm not sure. He also had a really nice E that fight where he E'd as Tristana Ard and like still was able to connect. So how bad can you play, Leona?
finally. Let's do this.
Akali and Senna are way too far. I think Akali played that perfectly. Oh, or maybe he's staying like too far to start that fight. Oh, I have a phone call. Give me 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. Need to text someone real quick. I got a phone call, then I was like, hello, and it's from my friend, and then they just didn't say anything. So, very ominous. Anyways. This Jarvan thing is sort of fucking him. Oh, I like it. Oh! He almost pulled out the clutch play. I actually did this in one of my games a week ago, or maybe 2 weeks ago. Yes. Okay. We're gonna watch this fight and be done. hear you. We're gonna watch this fight and be done. So let's take a look at it again. So we're sort of fighting for no reason here. The Fiora, walking up too far, question mark. I don't know, like you only have Jarvan there. Akali doesn't have ult. This seems like a pretty bad fight to take initially. So you have to wonder why they're taking this fight in this first place, but it's solo queue, so like your teammates will go in like that. We just saw Tristana jump. I actually didn't see that the first time I watched. So right here, auto. He actually messes up his auto. Oh, that's so big. But I like what he does here. He E's. Oh, it actually misses Tristana. I thought it hit Tristana. But that's a lot easier to chase down if he doesn't miss his auto. But that's just like a slight mechanical thing. But yeah, I think from this point on, like once he gets his ult, he obviously is in a really good position to snowball. And he probably wins the game. Maybe not, but like he played this lane really well. He's obviously way more impactful than Katarina. But unfortunately, I have to go. So thank you everyone for watching. I did 2 VoD reviews today. I know I will only uploading 1, but that's just how it be. Have a great day, week, month, year. Peace.